Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Dreamer Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin, and we're going to be talking about mastering the fundamentals on just about anything, how you can master the basics, and how they can overall improve your overall performance in whatever aspect, field that you do. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's not waste any time, and let's go. So I don't like to waste any time, and I just like to give you guys straight to the meat, straight to the point. And I got for you guys a couple of tips on hopefully we can master the basics and continue the process of refinement and improvement. Remember, obviously, with any fundamentals, it's about staying consistent with the effort and willingness to learn and focus on the fundamental elements are essential for success in any endeavor. Um, Obviously, this includes to sports as I can relate to it even more. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first tip that I got for you guys is obviously very simple. Start with the fundamentals. So focus on mastering the fundamental basics in sports. I'm gonna give you an example. In sports, it's understanding the core techniques, the rules. Uh, some of you guys be like, well, "What the hell? The rules? I don't need to know the rules." But you never know. Something can come up. Something wild can come up, and you'd be like, "Okay, something new has happened." And also the principles of laying a solid foundation for improvement. Why the fundamentals are important? Why are they important? Because you can't really go to the next level unless we understand the basics. You know what I mean? And this can go like with any aspects of whatever you do. With if you're learning something new, obviously you're gonna suck at it in the beginning, but it's that is why you're sucking in the beginning because you don't know the beginnings or the fundamentals of it. So you gotta have that willingness to have an open mind and enhance the um, understand the core techniques and everything that goes along with learning about the fundamentals. Fundamentals are obviously the very basics. It could be whether it will be learning the ABCs in Korean or not Korean in English, Spanish, whatever, to complex, complicated situations like having to make a tough decision but not knowing the basics of it or knowing the rules. So that is the one tip to start with is starting with the fundamentals. Having the fundamentals down is going to be obviously the the biggest issue right here that we're going to have. Tip number two is going to be constant practice. So with constant practice, regular and deliberate practice is crucial as it it's a repetition of the basic skills that builds muscle memory and enhances the proficiency. So this can apply to any of the skills or discipline, and just being consistent with the constant practice that you continually do every day, you're just gonna increase your skill set and you're gonna be able to improve so much more. I'll give you an example of this, like my podcast right here. If you listen to the very first episode, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty trash at it. I'm still finding my voice, and to this day, I'm still continuing to find my voice. I'm still continuing to improve and see how I can improve on not only listening but being able to speak and give you guys constant tips. So that's why I'm consistently practicing, consistently doing the fundamentals, just recording and pressing play and record. So that just being consistent, staying consistent with practice. Also, tip number three would be seek feedback. So actively seeing feedback, whether it's from coaches, mentors, or peers. This is going to build a constructive criticism that helps you identify the areas of your improvements and refine the understandings of the basics. So whenever you identify some areas that need improvement, obviously you can't ask your a regular Joe. You have to ask feedback from the coaches and mentors or peers that are actually really good at them. That is why I'm looking forward to hiring a coach like to help me improve in my coaching business. So uh, I have a willingness to open up and being able to learn new things. And lots of the times our ego get in the way, like thinking we may be the best or whatever. But it's not about that. It's just being able, having the willingness to have an open mind and being able to consistently open up and improve upon your last activity or last thing that you did, and hopefully you can improve upon that. So, tip number four would be practice and persistence. So, mastery takes time, and it takes a long time, you know. So, by being patient with your progress and persistent with these challenges, consistency and dedication are the key elements in mastering anything. Just consistency, it kind of like goes along with being patient, constant patience, or constant practice. I'm sorry. So whenever you constantly practice, this can go same in hand with patience and persistence. Never taking anything for granted and not, not going down whenever things are whenever shit hits a fan. You know what I mean? So whenever shit hits a fan, that's whenever you need to be stronger and being able to have a stronger mindset in order to keep continuing improving on your skill sets. And that's what persistent means. And having patience is just being able to constantly being able to absorb those negative thoughts, those negative criticism, and being able to continually pushing past those barriers, even though they can have a negative impact on that person or on whatever you do, but it just improves your resilience. Tip number five would be breaking it down. I love this tip. I personally love this tip because breaking it down into a skill or activity into smaller components. This is going to help you by focusing on the individual element, and you can have a better understanding and improve on each before combining into it, before into making them seem before looking at them overall in a bigger picture and understanding them into smaller chunks, being able to eat them in smaller chunks or completing them into smaller chunks. That's what I meant to say. I don't know, my brain kind of fucked up right there. But breaking the skill sets into smaller activities is just gonna help you overall improve on uh on this. Like I mentioned earlier, whenever I break down things into smaller chunks, it just helps me being able to focus on that certain task and being able to complete it instead of looking overall the bigger picture and having to see like, oh, holy shit, I have to finish all of this. So breaking it down into smaller pieces is going to help you overall your focus on being able to complete it. I got three more tips for you guys. Study and learn. So invest time in studying on the subject. I don't care whatever it is. Just give it a little bit of time and effort, so you can strategize the techniques or have even come up with theories and have a deeper understanding to enhance your overall mastery. And I know this for a fact that this tip has helped me achieve where I am at today, being able to improve and improve and improve upon, my mistakes and learn from those people that have done those mistakes that I have done and being able to avoid them in a way so I can improve upon these skill sets. Number seven would be visualize success. So I like doing this a lot. So mentally having imagery is powerful. So picture yourself in executing the basics flawlessly. So having a visualization can enhance your confidence and performance in sports and various other pursuits. I like to do this before games, anytime I have a soccer game or anything like that, and I especially love doing these whenever I'm in the gym, in the weight room, and I know I'm about to hit a heavy weight. I know I'm about to hit a PR. I close my eyes for a couple seconds and I imagine myself completing um, these tasks, lifting the weight. I love doing that. It has helped me push my PRs recently, and it's just a great way to see yourself succeed in a way, so that way you can actually succeed in real life. And last tip would be an adopt a growth mindset. So basically, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Never look at them as setbacks. A mindset that sees effort on a path to mastery allows you to preserve and learn from mistakes. So, like I mentioned, try not to see those setbacks as you fucked up. Look at them as opportunities to growth. That's how you were able to expand your mindset and your skills. So, uh, that would be all the tips that I have for you guys. So remember the basics and having a consistent process and refinement for improvement. Again, those tips, it's going to be start with the fundamentals. Tip number one. Tip number two, consistent practice. Three is seek feedback. Tip number four is practice and persistence. Number five, break it down to smaller chunks. Number six is study and learn your field. Number seven would be visualize success. And number eight would be adopt a growth mindset. So, with consistent effort and willingness to learn and focus on the fundamental elements, are basically the essential recipe for success in any endeavor, including sports, relationship, and business, and whatever you do. But that would be all for me. That's episode number 17 today. Holy crap! Uh, thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it might have been a little bit quick, maybe because I talked too much. But that would be, yeah, today's episode. I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Please share your stories if you have any tips on how we can improve. Let's try to build a community out of this. Thank you guys so much, and see you guys next week, next Friday.